Better English podcast.
Hello and welcome to this slow English listening for beginners. Today's topic is my favorite drink. You will listen to a long story about a woman named Clara. She will talk about her love for drinks in Spain, her favorite one, and how drinks bring people together. She will share personal stories and details from her life. After the story, I will ask you some questions to check your understanding. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Listen carefully and just focus on the key information. Repeat after me if you can. This is great for shadowing practice. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, my name is Clara. I'm 39 years old and I'm from Spain. I live in a sunny city called Valencia, right on the coast. Spain is a beautiful country with golden beaches, old stone castles, colorful festivals, and warm people. But today, I want to talk about something special that makes Spain feel like home. Our drinks. In Spain, drinks are more than just something to quench your thirst. They bring joy, cool us down on hot summer days, and help us connect with friends and family. When I was a little girl, my grandmother would say, "Clara, a good drink is like a hug from the sun, warm and refreshing." I remember her words every time I sip something cold and sweet. Drinks are part of our culture, our traditions, and our daily life. They make ordinary moments feel like celebrations. Let me tell you all about them, starting with my favorite. My favorite drink is Sangria. Oh, Sangria! Just saying the word makes my mouth water. Sangria is a red wine punch, and it's the perfect for hot afternoons or lively evenings. To make sangria, you start with a bottle of red wine, something simple and fruity, like Tempranillo from our local vineyards. The wine is deep red, like rubies, and it smells earthy and sweet. Then you add fresh fruit slices of oranges, lemons, and apples. The oranges are juicy and bright with a zesty smell that fills the kitchen. Lemons add a tangy kick, and apples give a crisp bite. You mix in a little sugar to make it sweet. Not too much, just enough to balance the wine's tartness. Sometimes people add a splash of orange juice or brandy for extra flavor. I like to let it sit in the fridge for a few hours so the fruit soaks up the wine. When you pour it into a glass, the liquid is cool and sparkling with bits of fruit floating like colorful jewels. The first sip is magical, sweet, fruity, and refreshing all at once. It slides down your throat like a summer breeze, cooling you from the inside. I feel happy and relaxed when I drink sangria. It's not just a drink, it's a taste of Spain's joy. I remember my first big sangria moment. I was 18 years old, and it was during La Tomatina, the tomato festival in Budole. Thousands of people throw tomatoes at each other in the streets. Red, squishy tomatoes everywhere. The air smells like crushed fruit and laughter. After the festival, my friends and I sat in a plaza under olive trees. The sun was setting, painting the sky orange and pink. Someone brought a big pitcher of sangria made with extra oranges because they were so fresh from the market. We poured it into plastic cups. Clink, clink, and toasted to friendship. To messy fun and clean hearts, we said. The sangria was cold from the ice, and each sip washed away the tomato stains on our clothes and skin. We talked for hours, sharing stories about school, dreams, and silly mistakes. That night, sangria wasn't just a drink. It was a memory I carry with me. Now, every summer, I make sangria for my family. We sit on our balcony, listening to guitar music from the street below. The balcony has clay pots with red geraniums, and the sea breeze carries the salty air. My husband pours the glasses, and we watch the waves sparkle. Sangria always brings us back to those happy times. But sangria isn't the only drink I love. In Spain, we have a drink for every time of day, and each one tells a story. Let's start with breakfast. Mornings in Spain are gentle and slow. We don't rush like in some countries. At around 800 or 900, many Spaniards sit at a cafe or kitchen table for café con leche. Café con leche is coffee with warm milk. The coffee is strong and black, like espresso. Small but powerful. You pour in steamed milk until it's half coffee, half white foam. It smells rich and nutty, like roasted beans from the hills of Colombia. The foam is creamy and sits on top like a soft cloud. I like to dip a churro into it. Churros are long, fried dough sticks, golden and crispy outside, soft inside. They are dusted with sugar that sparkles like snow. When you bite a churro, it's crunchy, crack, and sweet, and the coffee cuts through the richness. Breakfast with café con leche feels like a warm hug. It wakes you up without being too strong. When I was growing up in Valencia, my mother made café con leche every morning. Our kitchen had blue tiles on the walls, cool to the touch, and a small stove that hissed when it heated the milk. I would sit at the wooden table, still sleepy, with my hair messy. Mom would stir the coffee, swirl, swirl, and pour it into white ceramic cups. The steam rose in curly wisps, and the smell filled the house. Clara, drink slowly, she would say. Let it warm your soul. We talked about my school day or her work at the market. Sometimes my little brother joined us, dipping his churros too fast and getting sugar on his nose. Those mornings were simple but perfect. Now, I make café con leche for my own family. My husband likes it extra milky, and our son adds cinnamon on top for a spicy twist. The ritual hasn't changed. It still starts our day with calm and connection. As the day goes on and the sun climbs high, we need something cooler. In the afternoon, around 300 or 400, many people sip horchata. Horchata is a milky drink made from tiger nuts, small brown roots that grow in the wet fields near Valencia. Tiger nuts aren't nuts at all. They're like tiny potatoes, sweet and earthy. To make horchata, you soak them in water, grind them into a paste, and strain it through a cloth. The liquid is white and smooth, like fresh milk but thicker. You sweeten it with sugar and add a pinch of cinnamon. It tastes nutty and creamy with a hint of vanilla when it's cold, poured over ice in a tall glass. It's pure refreshment. The first sip is cool and smooth, sliding down your throat like silk. No bubbles, just gentle sweetness. In Valencia, horchata is famous. We even have festivals for it. Stalls line the streets with big clay jugs, and the air smells like cinnamon and earth. I love horchata because it's tied to my childhood summers. Every August, my family went to the beach in Clara, just outside Valencia. The sand was hot under our feet. Burn, and the sea was blue and salty. After swimming, we walked to a horchata stand. The vendor wore a white apron and poured from a wooden barrel. Glug, glug. The glass was frosty. Sweating in the heat, I remember the taste cool against my sun-warmed lips, sweet like hidden treasure. My brother and I raced to finish ours, ice clinking in the glasses. Mom laughed and said, "Slow down, or you'll get a brain freeze." Those beach days, with horchata in hand, felt endless and free. Today, I buy horchata from a local shop run by an old man named Paco. He grinds the tiger nuts fresh every morning. I bring it home in a glass bottle, and we drink it on hot afternoons, sitting in the shade of our lemon tree. The leaves rustle softly, and the drink cools us as we read books or play cards. Horchata reminds me that simple things can be the best. Evenings in Spain are for lighter, fizzier drinks. As the sun sets, slow and golden, people gather for Tinto de Verano. Tinto de Verano is simple. Red wine mixed with lemon soda. You take a glass of cheap red wine. Nothing fancy, just smooth and berry. Then pour in fizzy lemon soda until it's half and half. The soda bubbles up, fizz, making pink foam on top. Add a slice of lemon or orange for color and a twist of ice. It tastes light and tangy, like summer in a glass. Not too sweet, not too strong, just refreshing after a long day. Tinto di Verano is popular because it's easy to make at home or order at a bar. No one fusses over recipes. It's all about sharing. My evenings often end with Tinto di Verano. After dinner, my husband and I sit on our terrace. The terrace overlooks the city with lights twinkling like stars. We pour 2 glasses, clink, and talk about our day. The bubbles tickle my nose, and the lemon adds a bright zing. Sometimes friends join us. We play guitar softly, strum, and laugh about old times. One evening, during a neighborhood party, we made a big jug of Tinto di Verano. The table was full of tapas, olives, cheese, bread. Everyone raised their glasses. 2 good nights? The drink was cold and sparkling, cutting through the warm night air. Those moments make me grateful for Spain's easy way of life. Relaxed, shared, full of flavor. Of course, summer brings even cooler options like gazpacho. Gazpacho isn't exactly a drink, but in Andalusia, people sip it cold from bowls like soup. It's made from blended tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, garlic, olive oil, and vinegar. The mixture is thick and red, chilled in the fridge until it's icy. When you drink it, it's tangy and fresh, like eating summer vegetables in liquid form. The tomatoes are ripe and juicy, the olive oil smooth. A sprinkle of salt makes it pop. Gazpacho cools you on scorching days when the sun beats down like a drum. I first tried it in Seville, visiting my aunt. Her kitchen was cool and dim with white walls. She blended the vegetables where were and served it with crusty bread. Drink it slow, Clara, she said. Taste the earth. It was a revelation. Savory, not sweet, but so alive. Now, I make gazpacho when tomatoes are fresh from the market. We sip it on the balcony, feeling the evening breeze. Spain's regions each have their own drinks, like a map of flavors. In the north, like Asturias, they love cider, sidra. Cider is apple juice fermented into a fizzy, golden drink. It's poured from high up, whoosh, from a bottle to a glass, creating foam. The taste is sharp and appley, like biting into a green fruit. At festivals, men in traditional hats pour it dramatically, and everyone cheers. In Galicia, they drink queimada, a flaming punch with brandy, sugar, and herbs. The flames dance blue, crackle, crackle, and the smell is smoky and sweet. It's for special nights, like New Year's, when families gather and chant spells over the fire. In Catalonia, there's granizado, crushed ice with lemon or coffee syrup. It's shaved ice, crunchy and cold, melting in your mouth. Each drink reflects the land apples from rainy hills, tomatoes from sunny fields. Drinks in Spain are about more than taste. They're social glue. We share them at tapas bars, where small plates of food come with every round. The bar is noisy with chatter, glasses clinking. Ting, ting. Friends lean in, telling stories over sangria. Families drink cafe con lec at markets, watching vendors shout prices. On holidays like Feriada, April in Seville, everyone sips rebujito, sherry with Sprite and mint. The streets fill with polka dots and laughter, and the drink is light, like dancing. Even alone, a drink comforts. Horchata. After a long walk, Tinto di Verano with a book. They slow us down, make us present. If you visit Spain, try sangria first. Ask for it fresh, with lots of fruit. Walk the streets of Valencia, sip café con leche by the sea, cool off with horchata in the shade. Feel the culture in every sip. Drinks teach us to savor life slowly together. Thank you for listening to my story about Spain's wonderful drinks. I hope it makes you smile and maybe try one yourself. Now, let's check on your understanding. Answer these questions. What is Clara's favorite drink, and how is it made? Clara's favorite drink is sangria, made with red wine, fruit like oranges and lemons, sugar, and sometimes brandy. What do Spaniards often drink for breakfast? And what do they eat with it? They often drink café con leche and eat churros. What is horchata made from, and what does it taste like? Horchata is made from tiger nuts, and it tastes nutty, creamy, and sweet. What is Tinto di Verano, and when do people drink it? Tinto di Verano is red wine mixed with lemon soda, and people drink it in the evenings. Why are drinks important in Spain? They are part of social life, culture, and traditions. They bring people together. Name one regional drink from northern Spain. Cider sidrat from Asturias. What drink does Clara associate with her childhood beach days? Horchata. If you have answered correctly to all the questions, you have done a very good job. Keep working on your shadowing. Repeat after me, and your English will improve. See you next time. Bye-bye.